So I'm going to take you on a little walk with me this morning, just things I need to check on before I start my day. So I got my plants, they're wet. Here's the Hoosier I've been working on. Still got lots of work to do on that, but I want to get that done. Still have a lot of work to do. And I'm working on it with my grandson. He's going to get the Hoosier when I'm done, and eventually that's going to go in the kitchen. Okay, so let's just, whoops, watch my fingers. I am so awake, or just awake, and haven't even had my cup of coffee yet, but I have some things to check on. That band right there doesn't work. It is going to get scrapped. I guess we just have to figure out where. So we're going to come over here by this little barn outbuilding, whatever it is. See if there's been any activity over here. I'm going to show you guys something, if it's still here. I think it is. Shield your eyes if you don't like yucky stuff. But we have groundhogs living under this building, maybe both of them. And these are groundhog droppings. They've been here for a couple days. Just kind of leaving. There's some up underneath there too, but this hole, they keep excavating it. Candace has filled it in with rocks. And I don't know if there's been any more activity. We've got a camera right there. See that? We're going to look at that later today over at her house. And I think that this mess right here needs to be cleaned up, because I think that they're using this as like a run. And even back up like right there, it looks to me like pretty much a run. And then in that corner right there, that's a corner between the chicken run, which there's no chickens there right now, and where the chicken coop is, sort of. There's a hole in the fence, and I'll show it to you in just a second, because we're going to walk around here. Those are the lilies. They're getting ready to bloom. Come around the back here. I don't see too much activity on this side. Maybe there might be a place. There's no holes under there as of right now. Back here, see, this is the chicken run. Right now, there's no chickens in there because we want to get rid of these pests before we start putting chickens here. But eventually. So here, this is what we want to see. There's multiple holes. Like you can see, there's an old hole right there that's filled with gravel. There's a big hole right there. Right now, we've caught 2 groundhogs here this year. And then there's a hole there. But right now, it's covered up with these cinder blocks. And I gotta tell you something. You know, I was talking about a skunk originally when we had this. There's some more poo. When we had this problem. This is where I smell the skunk. And I don't know what it is, if it's residual, because there was a skunk getting into the chicken coop. I'll show that to you. So this is the door to the chicken coop right here. And the skunk was actually killed inside the chicken coop, I think last year. So I don't know if that's what I smell, but it's always in this area. It smells like skunk. But I never see anything. That trap doesn't, there's something wrong with that trap. I don't know what it is. But here, when I was showing you the run, this is where they're running through. So that's the corner I was showing you. They've dug all that out. And back through there, that's that messy area I said that needs to be cleaned up. They're running through there to the other side. So that's where the groundhogs live. And then over here, isn't the grass beautiful? I don't know if it'll be like this in the heat of the summer, but yes, I left my laundry hanging out overnight. I kind of did that on purpose, because I just was wondering if maybe the motion, not that it's been that windy, but if it would deter things from coming around. So over here, there is, and you can see where things have been blocked in the past. This is what Candace did. I don't know if this is working or not. We have another trail camera right there. I'll pull the card out of it and we'll look at it, but there's a fresh hole there. There's an egg in there, and you can see that the trap is still open. And it's been this way for 2 days, so nobody's going in it. But I know from previous trail cams that there was a raccoon in this area. It was a smaller trap. Trap was too small for that raccoon. So there is a raccoon in this area. And if we come around the corner here, you can see, look at that yucca. There's the other garden. And that's the garden that has the strawberries in it. And we know for a fact, because there was a trail cam up there, that they were getting in there. They dug up all the pepper plants. They dug up half of the tomato plants. And some of the peppers aren't going to make it. But that whole side, that far side there, that's where all the strawberries are. And the strawberries haven't been doing that great, quote, this year. But now we're thinking it's because they've been stolen by raccoons, because we've seen raccoons up in there. We put a trail cam there, and that little booger was up there just helping himself to our garden. So there we are. Not much news. Don't know if there's anything on the trail cam yet. I'm going to take my clothes down here very shortly, get them folded, and I'm going to do a reset on my kitchen, which is a disaster area. But isn't it beautiful here this morning? Let me just give you a show of what the rest of it is. Look at that, all that down there. And even back behind where those trees are, there's a burn pit. And in that little section there where the trees kind of split apart, that's where I think we're going to put the chapel. That's what Lucas and I were talking about. And then coming across, there's the other garden. Right now, the only thing that's growing down there mostly is onions and garlic. We have some green beans and a couple squash and a cantaloupe to grow up on the trellis. But Candace had to replant the seeds there, the corn and okra, because of all the rain. You can see this is a hill, right? All the water settled down there. And right behind the trees, there's a creek. And the rain just kind of settled and drowned all the seeds. So hopefully, we're supposed to be getting rain next week. It won't be like it was not this past week, but the week before that, and kill all our seeds. So this is my garden, or my yard, in the morning. Absolutely beautiful.